Well, okay, I will say one time I spent like $75 on a bottle of whiskey. And
that's not that much.
I was drunk after like 2 shots.
Oh yeah, was it cask strength? Because cask strength is fucked. I got Smitty some for, I think it was, I don't know, last New Year's or something. I just bought it.
It was like 180 proof or something.
Yeah, it was like 180 proof. It
burns everything.
You could light it on fire. It was,
that's cask strength. 100%.
Like 2 of my, dude, I was kind of a pussy because I hate doing shots. Like, first of all, I just cannot do a full shot. I have to like sip on it, like do it by like in halves or whatever. But my 2, it's the worst.
That sounds nasty.
I just can't do them. I don't know what it is. But my 2 friends did them at the same time, and one of my friends projectile vomited, and then the other one ran out in the yard and vomited. That's how strong it was. But we were like hammered. So, like, part of me wants to think, like, is it almost worth buying the more expensive whiskey because you're gonna get fucked
off one shot
instantly? Yeah, you like, dude, if you don't eat all day and you do a shot of that, you're gonna be drunk, unless you're like a fucking alcoholic, you know. But I don't know. Like, you could either buy like shitty whiskey and drink a lot of it, and
full bottle of it, and not feel anything.
Right. Or you're gonna be like, you know, kind of drunk or whatever. But if you buy that, then you're like guaranteed you're fucked. So I don't know.
Do you guys have like a favorite go-to like alcohol or like cocktail?
Miller Lite.
That sounds very like wife beaty.
Yeah, it is very wife beaty.
I don't know. It's just what that's what I'm used to.
Like if you go to a bar.
I was 15, drinking Miller Lite, so. Just,
like if you go to a bar, you'd ask for a Miller Lite.
Why do you like light beer?
I don't know. I don't really venture out into the crafty fucking.
Not only that, but you can just get like regular Miller,
fucking crafty
like
beer world,
beers and stuff.
You can drink
I really like
beer.
this. I really like this like cherry beer, and then I like to go to Target and look at flowers after I drink it. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just.
Also,
sit down on my
drink regular Miller.
McNasty's got a point. You can't just drink Miller.
Yeah, I know. I just always go to Miller Lite. I don't know why. It's just what I go to.
What is actually the difference between regular beer and light beer? Like, is there calories in beer? I know nothing about beer.
There's less alcohol, and it's not as strong as regular beer. Light beer literally tastes like somebody takes a regular beer, like regular Miller, pours it into a cup halfway, fills the rest up with water, and then shoots a little bit of extra carbonation into it.
I know a lot of people that don't like it, but it's just something that, I don't know, it's something I've always had, and that's what I just go to drink.
I just don't like beer. I don't know why. I've tried beer so many times.
I like Belgian white ales.
I don't know what that is.
Is that like
Blue Moon, Shock Top?
Blue Moon. See, I like those. I drink Shock Top and I drink Blue Moon. I like putting a little orange peel.
Yeah, put the orange in it. Ooh, that makes it
good.
It's
good. It's good. I don't like dislike it. It's just like Miller Lite is something that I know that I'll always like. That's why I go to.
So like, is beer your favorite alcoholic beverage then?
It really just depends on the mood and vibe of where you are.
That's fair.
For me, I like Ciroc and Jack Daniel's Honey. Those are like my 2 go-tos.
Ooh, I've never had the honey Jack Daniels.
Honey's good. Like if you drink it with just like Coke, sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet,
that
good
does
flavor.
sound good.
I actually don't really like regular
Coke.
Jack. I don't like regular Jack. It's got a weird, I don't know, it's got a weird flavor to me.
My roommate likes Jack Rye, like the rye whiskey. I don't actually know what the difference is.
I don't think I've ever had Jack Daniels.
Really?
Yeah, and I really like whiskey. I don't know. I don't know. I've just never.
You know what's good is
been around it to try it.
If you get Crown Royal Apple, or like you probably do with Jack Daniel's Apple too. But if you get like an apple whiskey and then mix it with like cran apple juice, that shit's good.
The best drink on the planet is an old fashioned. Dude, I'm fucking
love
obsessed
old fashions.
Dude, I could literally, I could crush 20 old fashions in a night.
So good.
It's usually bourbon. I always go for bullet bourbon. It's fantastic with it. And then it's usually 1 sugar cube crushed into it, a bit of bitters, not butters, a bit of bitters, and like an orange peel, like a bit of orange zest.
Simple, or you can use like simple syrup.
Yeah, you can use the syrup instead of it. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's literally just like a little it adds like a little bitter hint to it.
It's pretty
to-
sweet. It's like a sweet taste.
No, it's to like accentuate the other flavors in the alcohol.
right.
It's,
Yeah, but
it's
I mean,
used
like
in a
an
lot.
old fashioned is sweet tasting.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think
no,
that-
yeah,
it's-
and-
that the bitters are used to kind of like offset the sweetness. Maybe
Yeah,
I don't
it'd
know.
be. I'm not 100% sure. I'm
I'd
not
honestly
a
put
bartender.
butter in it.
Put
No.
butter in it.
You don't want to put butter.
Dean.
There's always
feel
a,
like
there's
that
always a
probably
maraschino
would-
cherry.
That probably wouldn't actually be terrible. Like,
My
honestly.
favorite
like a
thing about the
buttery
old
flavored
fashions. Soup, do you ever get them with the maraschino cherry at the bottom and then you eat that and it just feels like you just took a whole shot from a cherry? It's
No, I've never
so-
had it with the cherry.
Oh,
I've only
dude,
had,
it's so good.
I've had like 4 of them in my life, but every time I've had them, they're amazing.
Every time I ever go to a restaurant or like any bar or anything, I'm getting a fucking old fashioned. Then like every time I go to Smitty's too, I just make him make me one. He's pretty good at making them, and he does like this little thing where he lights the orange on fire and some crazy shit happens. I don't know. Shit gets fucking crazy at that house, but it's
Dude, I
so
really-
good.
Every time I'm going out or like go to an event or whatever, if I'm going to party, vodka Red Bull. That is
Dude,
that is my shit.
I know
That
that.
is like fucking
I
crack
know that
cocaine.
because this fucker tried to make me drink it so many times throughout
Dude,
the last
vodka
2
Red
years.
Bull is like, dude, oh my god. You can probably tell if I'm drinking one in a video because I'll just be like fucking screaming. It's just like it is amazing. The best
Well,
fucking drink.
The last time I saw you in person, you were walking around and you didn't even have them mixed. You had a Red Bull. It was you and Puffer. You had a Red Bull and you had a full bottle of vodka. I've
done that before.
He was literally walking by people, pouring it into their mouths. Like,
I've done that before. Like I walked around with a party with a bottle and like a thing of Sprite and just
yeah,
like,
like I have a
shots.
video of Soup just walking by Grizzy, be like, "No, Grizzy, take some," and he just starts dumping it into his mouth. It's like, "I'm ending racism," and just fucking walks away.
oh my god.
Oh, man.
I can neither confirm or deny these obligations. Allegation. What is the word? Accusation.
Accusations.
What were we saying earlier about being out of school for a long time?
Exactly.
I said obligations.
Have I know I've told you guys, but I don't know if I've talked about it on the podcast when Smitty's Uber ride with Soup. I know I've told you guys. I don't know if I talked
I
about it
don't
on
know.
the
I think
podcast.
you've ever done on the podcast. Yeah.
All right, well then I can retell them this fun old story. This was
Tell
feel
them
like-
I was hammered.
This was what, 2 years ago? Yeah, this was before we were like super close. Like we've recorded before, but we like Goons didn't
really,
exist
I
yet.
didn't really know either of you guys, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Like
I mean,
we knew
I
of each
knew
other,
of
and I think
you.
we recorded a couple times, but it was still like we didn't know each other that well. And we were at, I think it was an Asus gaming party, whatever, it doesn't really matter. We were at some sort of stupid fucking Twitch or PAX party, whatever it
No, I
was.
think that wasn't that a Facebook party?
No, because we had to leave the Facebook party because somebody couldn't get in. So we went to the other one, and then we sat on the pylons outside, and there's still a picture of us somewhere sitting on pylons, me, you, and Jay.
Yep.
But Smitty called an Uber, and I don't even know why you came into our Uber. I'm not really sure if we were going to the same.
I don't remember, like... I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure.
Was I even supposed to...
I don't think so because
I didn't really know you guys. Like,
No,
I mean, I
I'm
knew
pretty
of
sure-
you, but I didn't.
I'm
like,
pretty
know
sure we
y'all
were
well.
heading back to our hotel, and you were like, "Yeah, mine's a few blocks away from yours, so I'm just gonna walk after." So what I think was the plan.
No, because we went to another party after that.
Did we?
Yeah.
From
When I started mopping the floor, I remember that.
What?
Yeah, dude, that was a long night. Dude, I ended up on Ms. Kiff's like live stream. I was like yelling into the camera. That was a wild night.
Yeah, that was a lot. All right. Anyway, to get on to this fun fact. So like we stated, we barely knew each other. He got in our Uber. It was me, Smitty. I think we had Gray with us. I think it was me, Smitty, Gray, and then Soup. And
What a
Soup,
group.
out of absolutely nowhere, asked the Uber driver if he would fuck his own sister. And the dude just like, he was very like Asian, and he was probably in his like 50s, and he just like made some like no noises and didn't really say anything about it, and then like awkwardly
And I was in the
laughed.
passenger seat.
Oh, that's so awkward. Oh my god.
Me and Smitty were in the back seat, like, bro, this drive needs to fucking end. It was on Smitty's account too, so he rated Smitty for that, not even you. You just hopped in a random Uber, just asked them that. Oh, that was.
I said a lot more too.
Yeah, you went off for a while because we talked
I
about
was
how
having a good old time.
we talked about how the Misfits got kicked out of their Uber because they were talking about fucking a sheep or something. Something
Well,
stupid.
I had asked that Uber driver if he wanted to fuck a goat too. I remember that. I don't know. Like, I don't remember
the order
everything.
it took
but
place in. I
I
remember
I
the
was like,
sister
"What,
was
my friend,
first.
Would you fuck goat or whatever?
Yeah, I remember the sister was definitely first, and then I think you kind of progressed off that. But yeah, the whole ride was literally just complete and utter fucking chaos, and I barely knew Soup, and I was like, this is a cool guy.
This is a cool dude.
Need to hang out with this guy more. I should start a brand with this guy. Like, and here we are.
But yeah,
2
dude,
years
we
later.
ended up going to some like rave party.
Oh,
They were playing like
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
dubstep.
Yeah, no, I do.
And-
Okay, yeah, you're right. I remember that. That
I
was
think
that was
that's
the
the
Acer.
night.
That was the
I think
Acer
that's
party.
the night that Smitty really started to like me as a person.
Yeah, that was.
Because I was just being a big fucking idiot the whole night. Like
Yeah,
the janitors came by and they were like mopping the floor, and I was like, "Hey, can I hold that?" And she was just like, "Sure."
Oh yeah.
And I'm like
As it
holding a
was
drink
closing.
or something. And
No,
I'm,
I remember that. As it was
and
closing
I'm
at like
just,
3
mopping
a.m.
the floor, and I remember Smitty just like dying laughing. He's like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah, no, and then you had your little sailor shirt, and I remember you telling me about how you were upset that everyone was making fun of it, and you're just like, "This is my only nice shirt."
Dude, I went to the mall and bought that shirt specifically for PAX. I spent $100 on
He had
that
this
shirt.
little button-up shirt with like sailboats on
It was
it.
a polo. It was a polo
He was wearing a
sailboat shirt.
Metallica trucker hat too.
And
I've
I
never
was
seen it.
Yeah,
Metallica hat.
That was a fit.
Represent.
Yeah, fit went hard. All right,
And Crispy told me that I looked good that night too.
dude, Chris. Yeah, that was actually the first year I met all those guys. I think I met
Crispy
them.
dresses wild.
Yeah, he had. I
A
remember.
wild dresser.
Yeah, he
I like
just
it
had
though. He's always
everything.
colorful.
Yeah, he had everything just like striped. I remember striped. I don't know what happened there.
Stripes it did.
but yeah, that was a good time.